Years ago, technology has totally revolutionized dairy farming. Fast Milk gives us the tools to provide high quality standard of milk, making sure our equipment is all well taken care of, make sure that those animals are housed and cared for appropriately. They continue to push us with their standards to make sure that it just gets better and better.
I think that was an adequate response for the Moose Jaw Warriors here in Game 2 after dropping Game 1, 7-2 last night. The Warriors rebound with a big 7-2 win of their own over the Swift Current Broncos here tonight in Game 2 at a rocking hangar in downtown Moose Jaw. I'm Marc Smith, and this is the post-game show here on IKS Media Warriors Live. We've got plenty to go over after this big victory for the Moose Jaw Warriors. We'll have the game scoring summary to start things off, but we'll also hear from Warriors head coach Mark O'Leary in a little bit. We'll have your 3 stars of the game, Connexus save of the night, and your SAS Lotteries out of town scoreboard. But let's start with that game scoring summary. And started well for the Swift Current Broncos. Warriors with a lot of pressure, but the Broncos get the opening goal. Nice play from Connor Vidston to set up Josh Philman for his 6th of the playoffs and 3rd of this series. That came at 11:25 in the first period. But then late in the opening frame, the Warriors get the response they were looking for as Braden Yager breaks in with Ethan Semenuk. Semenuk with a nice cross-ice pass, and Yager does the rest with his 4th of the playoffs. That coming at 17:41 and shorthanded for the Warriors sniper. Then Braden Yager gets an onslaught started in the second period, 1:56 into that middle frame. He scores his 5th of the playoffs on the power play to make it a 2-1 lead for the Warriors, their first lead of the series. They kept the pedal down after that. Denton Matejchuk, just a minute, just actually 39 seconds later, it was his 3rd of the playoffs, getting the Warriors up by 3-1. Then Jagger Firkus with his 4th of the playoffs, a minute 2:01 later. Nice cross-ice pass from Braden Yager and a big one-timer from Firkus makes it a 4-1 lead for the Moose Jaw Warriors. Then Yager completes the hat trick at 6:01 with his 6th of the playoffs, 4th of the series. An unbelievable shot over top of the Reed Dick to get the Warriors in front by 5-1. Then Martin Raisavi adds to that lead just past the midway point of the period. It was an unbelievable stop. Initially, it looked like Reed Dick, but it was his glove in the net on the save. And Martin Raisavi gets credit with his 3rd of the playoffs on a nice cross-crease pass from Denton Matejchuk, making it a 6-1 advantage for Moose Jaw. Then Kalen Parker at 12:40 with his 1st of the playoffs, a great wrist shot from the point. Another assist for Denton Matejchuk on that one, and that made it 7-1 after 2 periods of play. Caleb Wyrostock with his 2nd of the playoffs, coming shorthanded late in the 3rd period. But the Warriors hold on for the 7-2 win over the Swift Current Broncos here in this one. Moose Jaw outshooting Swift Current 39-27 in overall in the game, 10-9 in the 3rd period. Moose Jaw outshooting Swift Current in all 3 periods. I don't believe guys like Matejchuk, Savoy, Firkus, Yager touched the ice in the 3rd period, and the Warriors able to outshoot the Broncos 10-9 in that final frame. Moose Jaw going 1 for 5 on the power play, while Swift Current sitting at 0 for 3 on the night with the man advantage. So Moose Jaw picking up a big 7-2 bounce back win here in Game 2, evening up this second round series. Big response. Now the series shifts to Swift Current, where it will be another couple of sold-out barns there in Swift Current with good contingent of Warriors fans going there to try to flip the script on the Broncos in their barn. But a big win there from the Moose Jaw Warriors here tonight. Let's take a look at your 3 stars of the hockey game. Third star tonight is Matthew Savoy with 2 assists in his return to the lineup after missing Game 1. Great to see him back in the lineup for the Warriors, adding to his stellar first round series. Total now has 5 goals, 10 points in the playoffs after picking up those 2 assists. So keeping up his 2-point-per-game average that he had in the regular season. Your second star tonight, Braden Yeager with a hat trick and 5 points. Most nights, that gets you first star. He was a big spark plug for the Warriors in this hockey game. I think really flipping the momentum with that shorthanded goal in the first period and then getting things started there in the second period as well. He is your second star of the night. And with a goal and 6 points in the hockey game, it is your first star, Denton Mateychuk, here tonight. Mateychuk now has 3 goals and 14 points so far through 6 playoff games. So unbelievable start to the postseason for the Warriors captain as he leads his team to a big victory here tonight. Let's head down to the Warriors locker room where I'm being joined by head coach Mark O'Leary after a big comeback, bounce-back win for the team over the Swift Current Broncos here tonight. Coach, how much are you proud of the team and the response they gave here coming after that tough loss in Game 1 to come back and answer back the way they did here in this one tonight?
Yeah, I think it's huge. We said last night, all day today that, we know what to expect from this group after they get punched. It's get up quick and punch back. They've shown that their resilience. We've talked about that for a few years now, so that wasn't a surprise. Just real proud of the effort from start to finish, really starting with our goaltender.
Yeah, Jackson Unger really bouncing back from the Game 1 loss. He seemed like he was locked in right from that opening faceoff.
Yeah, as well as I thought we played, it took about 10 minutes for us to find our game, and we weren't managing pucks the way that we'd like, and gave up a little bit too much off the rush. But Jackson made some real big saves, allowed us to find our game a little bit, and that was a big part of the win. That the first period, really.
Yeah. How much was Braden Yeager's shorthanded goal late in that first period a big part of flipping the momentum and really getting things on your guys' side going into that second period?
Yeah, momentum's a big thing in playoff hockey. We talk about it's not game to game. Every game is its new animal. It doesn't carry over, but within the game, if you can find those little pockets of time to find something positive and build off of it. And that was one there. Shorthanded goals, big power play goal. Those moments matter, and we did a good job tonight just building off of it.
I've tried to find when the last time a Warriors player had 6 points in a playoff game. I couldn't find one. Denton Mateychuk getting 6 points here in this one. Does anything he does surprise you anymore, just the way he was able to put together a pretty stellar offensive game all in that third period, or second period, I should say? Yeah,
I think, if you see Denton, day to day and how he carries himself, how he practices, how he prepares, and, today was no different. You see that eye of the tiger in him, and you knew he was going to be good tonight. The punch back mentality, it starts with him. There's no question that he was going to be the best player on the ice tonight, and he was start to finish.
Now, you mentioned momentum doesn't carry over game to game. What does this team need to do to try to flip the script and go into Swift Current now and play 2 good games in games 3 and 4?
Well, we get some rest in the short term, and we'll review tonight and see where we can be better and what worked for us. It's just honest evaluation, and at the end of the day, we're not perfect. There's still some areas where we want to continue to build our game, but lots of positives tonight. We should feel good about this win, and again, try to emulate the positive come Tuesday.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on the victory, and good luck going into games 3 and 4 in Swift Current.
All right. Thanks, Mark.
Thank you to Warriors head coach Mark O'Leary for joining us here on the post-game show. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with your Connexus Save of the Night as well as the out-of-town scoreboard to wrap things up. That's next on IKS Media Warriors Live.
And always come back to see more and more and more and more. Hit the road, Sask, and always come back to see more. Hit the road, Sask, and always come back to see more and more and more and more. Hit the road, Sask, and always come back to see more. And more and more and more and more and more. And more and more and more and more and more and more and more. Yeah!
Welcome back into the Moose Jaw Event Center. Let's take a look at your Connexus Save of the Night. Jackson Unger making 25 stops in this one for the Moose Jaw Warriors as they picked up the 7-2 win. Here is the Connexus Save of the Night. Came in that first period as part of the flurry that Warriors head coach Mark O'Leary was talking about. Jackson Unger just standing tall with a big blocker save there, and then the flurry continued. And the Broncos could not find a way to push it past the Warriors netminder. Very key sequence early in this hockey game for Jackson Unger. I imagine that got him feeling pretty good in the Warriors net and got things settled down for him after game one and really locked him in for the victory, making 25 saves for the Moose Jaw Warriors here tonight. So that was the Connexus Save of the Night by Warriors goaltender Jackson Unger. Let's finish up the night by taking a look at the Sask Lottery's out-of-town scoreboard. There was two other games happening here in the Western Hockey League second-round playoffs. Both of them finals, and both of them 2-0 series leads as Prince George still has not given up a goal against Kelowna, winning 5-0. They took game one 4-0 last night. 9-0 through two games for the Prince George Cougars as they have a 2-0 series lead on Kelowna. Portland scores 4 times in the first period and holds on for a 6-1 win over the Everett Silvertips. Portland also leading that series 2-0 after a big 8-2 victory last night. So Portland rolling in both those series in the Western Conference. The top seed is looking strong so far. Saskatoon and Red Deer will play game 2 tomorrow night in Saskatoon. They were off tonight due to the Saskatchewan Rush game at SaskTel Center. Moving over to the National Hockey League, a 13-game slate. We'll focus in on the four games involving Canadian teams. The Winnipeg Jets winning 7-0 in over the Colorado Avalanche in Denver. A big victory there for the Jets. The Montreal Canadiens falling 5-4 in a shootout in Ottawa to the Senators. The Toronto Maple Leafs falling on home ice 5-4 in overtime against the Red Wings. And the late game has the Vancouver Canucks leading the Edmonton Oilers 2-1. So that wraps up the out-of-town scoreboard for tonight. And Warriors picking up a big 7-2 win to answer back against the Swift Current Broncos here tonight. The series now even at 1 game apiece, heading to Swift Current for games 3 and 4. The Warriors will be back on home ice now. That confirms game 5 for next Friday here in downtown Moose Jaw. Head to mjwarriors.ca and our social media channels for information about when tickets will go on sale for game 5 of this series next Friday here in downtown Moose Jaw. But the Warriors get the momentum back on their side with a big 7-2 win over the Swift Current Broncos here in Game 2. Games 3 and 4 going Tuesday and Wednesday in Swift Current. Thank you for tuning in tonight on IKS Media Warriors Live.